Hello everyone, this is Talanos, and welcome to the Chronicles of Odd Park, Day 12. Yes, we've made it 12 days now here in the game Die2Nite. If you are watching these videos and you haven't signed up to play yet, there is a link in the description of all my videos, so I highly encourage you to sign up and give this great game a chance. And now with that, let's go to the Gazette. We had our largest attack of the game so far with 1,138 zombies. Still no match for our 1,713 defense, though. No deaths again, and replenishment in the southeast, which, as you've seen from our ZDI, which is, for some people that don't know, the Zombie Defense Initiative, that will be totally clear. So open for scavengers to go solo. We have one building in the southeast, I believe the garden shed too, so we'll have to take a look at that and see if that's refreshed. We missed going into the northeast to scavenge when it was replenished the other day, but we set out to do a expedition up there since we needed a big group of people. As you can see, that this is our zombie reservation here, so we needed a big group. We took this route here. And a lot of people have been asking about expeditions, so I'll try to explain it a little more. If you go to the town gates, you can see expeditions and you can plan your route. And all it is basically it's just mapping out where you're going to go. There's nothing magical about it. You can't automatically move in the direction of the route. You do get little indicators, but it's mostly for everyone to just make sure that they know the exact route that everyone's taking. It's just a visual map that you can use. This is just one of the buildings that we hit up in the northeast there, the abandoned construction site. It worked out pretty well for us this trip. I think everyone ended up getting a defensive item to bring back, so that's really good, especially as we max out that defensive focus. Those are worth 8 defensive points each, so really good to bring one of those home. You can see our third or fourth hacksaw that we found lying on the ground there. I wanted to take a little time to talk about how we coordinate movement. Well, we do it in IRC, which is basically just a chat room, and we get everyone to join a channel, and when we move, you do follow the route on your expedition. You can see there's a little diamond in the south in this image. That's the next spot on the expedition. That's the next direction to move. So once everyone has sort of figured out what they're going to carry with us and we've updated the map with all the objects on the ground, then we just tell everyone to go move. And we'll usually say move south or move north, move in the next direction, and then everyone moves. There's nothing too complicated about it. And you can also use the discussion in the game. The only issue is that it doesn't refresh automatically, so you kind of have to keep hitting that refresh button. So that's why we prefer IRC, but you can certainly do it with all the tools you have in the game already. So don't worry if you don't have that. Just make sure that everyone moves. Appoint one person to say when the go-ahead is clear to move on to the next spot. The ZDI, or Zombie Defense Initiative, is our zombie reservation, our plan to deal with keeping most of the map clear, but still trying to have some number of zombies on the map. You can see here is cleaned up for the day, so it's all nice and tidy. It looks quite beautiful to me, I think, but that is just one strategy that you can use to make sure that you have some zombies on the map while having lots of areas free for people to solo scavenge so they can do so at their own leisure. Since I went out scavenging, that means, yes, it's time for another edition of Today's Haul.
Today's Haul.
I brought back 2 batteries, which we can use in our chainsaw or our vibrator, 1 food ration, 1 repair kit, which I didn't know that you could find just a healthy, fully finished repair kit out there, but I got that from our construction site building. Sheet metal parts, which we can turn into sheet metal, which is a heavy defensive item. You can do that in the workshop. 1 Valium and 1 wrought iron. For our upgrade project here on day 12, we are going to vote for defensive focus. You can see we're at level 4 already. This will max out defensive focus for us and give us 8 points of defense for each of those defensive items that we bring back. We have over 100 in town, and if we didn't upgrade these, those would be worth 2 points each, so that'd be 200 defense, and now they'll be worth 800 points of defense. So quite a good bit of defense there. 600 more additional defense from upgrading this to the max, and we'll still be finding more of those defensive items along the way as we go. The next thing that we want to do is probably get that upgradable wall, so I think that's what we're going to do unless some other thing comes up. Looking at the predictor, our attack for tomorrow looks like it will be less than it was today, so again, nothing to worry about. Another thing to note is that I didn't have a construction update for today because we've been working on the False Town, which is one of the mega projects. It takes 600 AP total to build. We're going to be working on that throughout the next couple days. We got about a third of it done today, which is good. I think we'll be on pace to finish that in 3 days or so. We have a couple things that we'll probably do after that, but then we'll be working on probably the next mega project. Next, I'd like to show you a segment I recorded with BethyD. Hello everyone, I'm here with BethyD, and we're going to talk about some of the ways to get extra AP in the game. I've talked about siesta time before, but if you've ever been out in the wasteland and found a box of games, you might find one of two items in there, the dice and the cards. Here to talk more about that is our very own BethyD.
Hey everyone. The dice and the cards are really useful. They can be used every day by anyone without expending AP. When you take the dice out of the bank and take them to your home and you click on roll the dice, you'll come up with a series of numbers, and depending on the series of numbers that you get, whether you get a match like a 3 of a kind or something, you have the potential to gain 1 AP. Now it's kind of similar using the cards. You take the cards out of the bank and you draw a card when you're in your home. The only difference with the cards is that you not only have the chance of getting extra AP, but there is also a chance to become terrorized if you draw the wrong card. So the cards should not be used if there is not a reliable way to get rid of terrorization, whether that's Valium, the vibrator, or cigarettes.
Well, you heard it here, guys. If you see one of those out in the wasteland, make sure to bring that in. You could be bringing your town a load of extra AP. Well, that's all we have for today. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please make sure to subscribe to see how long we'll last, and please leave your comments, questions, or tips below. And remember, you can always record something, audio file or a video, and send it to me, and I'll try to get into the video. Until then, we'll see you on day 13.